You have probably heard 1,000 different diets, fads, and hacks promising quick fat loss. And maybe you even tried some of them, only to end up frustrated, confused, or stuck at the same number on the scale. The truth is that fat loss isn't about gimmicks. It comes down to 5 essential pillars that your body must have in balance. In this video, I'm going to break down those 5 secrets, which are hormones, chemicals, toxins, exercise, and food habits, so you can finally stop guessing and start seeing results that actually last. Let's drill down to the basics when it comes to weight loss. The fundamentals are very simple. Number 1, hormones balance to help and to not disturb it. Number 2, chemicals, avoid ingesting chemicals. Number 3, toxins elimination, detox, cleanse daily. Number 4, exercise smart, make exercise work for you, not against you. Number 5, food habits, stick with balanced, healthy meal plans. Secret number 1, balance your hormones. First, let's discuss hormones that indicate and contribute to fat retention. Those hormones are as follows. Insulin is a hormone made by the pancreas that acts like a key, unlocking cells so glucose, sugar, from your food can enter and be used for energy. In balance, it is essential for survival, but when insulin stays high too often from constant snacking, excess carbs, or sugary foods, the cells stop responding properly, leading to insulin resistance, and at this point, instead of burning energy, the body stores more energy as fat, especially around the belly and in the liver. Chronically high insulin blocks fat burning, causes cravings, energy crashes, and it is the direct pathway to type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and metabolic syndrome. Signs include belly weight, fatigue after meals, constant hunger, and sugar cravings. Insulin triggers sugary foods, processed refined carbs, fruit juices, frequent snacking, overeating, irregular eating, or long fasting spikes, followed by overeating. So what are the fixes? Prioritize balanced meals, protein, sufficient fiber meals, reduce processed carbs, keep meals in a steady rhythm coming in, HIIT strength training, and quality sleep. Hormone number 2, cholesterol. Cholesterol itself isn't an enemy. It's a vital building block for hormones, vitamin D, and healthy cells. The issue comes when it's out of balance. High LDL, low HDL, and high triglycerides. In that state, fats and sugars aren't clearing out properly, which leads to belly fat, fatty liver, and plaques in the arteries. High triglycerides especially reflect excess sugar and refined carbs, which being stored as fat in the blood. This imbalance not only raises cardiovascular risk, but also makes fat loss harder, since cholesterol is the raw material your body needs to produce key hormones like cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. When cholesterol is balanced, it supports your metabolism and protects your health, but when it is high and out of balance, it signals metabolic stress, arterial plaques, build-up, and fat storage. Now, what triggers high cholesterol? Imbalances are often caused by processed foods, excess sugar, omega-6 heavy oils, trans fats, alcohol, stress, and low physical activity. What are the fixes? Diet rich in omega-3s, fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, high fiber foods, leafy greens, exercise, antioxidants, and cutting refined carbs and bad fats. The key is to keep in the range of 50 grams of fats daily of which saturated fats must be no higher than 15 grams. In that ratios, cholesterol supports metabolism instead of blocking it. Now, hormone number 3, TSH, your thyroid stimulating hormone. It is produced by the pituitary gland and it signals the thyroid to make thyroxine, T4, hormone T4. And then it gets converted into active form of a T3, which regulates metabolism, body temperature, and energy. When TSH is elevated, this usually means that thyroid isn't making enough thyroxine, a state called hypothyroidism, and your metabolism slows down. In this state, the body struggles to burn fat efficiently, leading to weight gain, fatigue, cold conditions intolerances, brain fog, dry skin and brittle hair, and hair thinning as well, because thyroid hormones also regulate digestion. Low thyroxine can cause constipation, fluid retention, and puffy look. High TSH, low thyroid function, is strongly linked to sluggish metabolism, fat storage, especially around the waist. High TSH triggers low thyroid hormone output, iodine, selenium, zinc, iron deficiency. Ignored autoimmune thyroid disease Hashimoto's, toxic and chronic stress overload, yo-yo dieting, or prolonged fasting. Fixes. Balance comes from supporting thyroid health with iodine and selenium-rich foods, seafoods, seaweed, Brazil nuts, eggs. Managing stress, ensuring enough protein comes into your body, poly and mono unsaturated fats, and avoiding extremes that disrupt hormone balance. Okay. Hormone number 4, cortisol. Cortisol is produced by the adrenal glands and it is essential for short bursts of energy, alertness, and survival. In balance, it helps to regulate your metabolism, blood sugar, and immune system. But when cortisol stays elevated too long, it becomes one of the most powerful fat storage hormones. Okay? Chronically high cortisol leads to belly fat, increased cravings of sugar and fat, muscle breakdown, and fatigue. It also disrupts other hormones like insulin and thyroid, slowing metabolism further. When cortisol is managed, your body shifts out of fat storage mode to back into fat burning mode. Cortisol triggers chronic stress, poor sleep, overtraining, undereating, caffeine overload, and processed diets. Now, regular and long intermittent fasting puts stress on adrenals. What are the fixes for cortisol spiking? Prioritize quality sleep, manage your stress, balance exercise, which is your HIIT strength training, recovery, eat balanced meals full of protein and fiber, don't push fasting extremes, please. Hormone number 5, estrogen. Estrogen is essential for both men and women, but too much of it, a state called estrogen dominance, directly contributes to fat storage. In women, excess estrogen encourages fat around hips, thighs, and lower belly, worsens PMS, increases bloating, water retention, slows fat loss, and raises risks of fibroids, endometriosis, and even breast cancer. In men, high estrogen lowers testosterone, promotes fat storage in the belly and chest, called gynecomastia, reduces energy and libido, and increases risks of insulin resistance and heart disease. Okay, for both genders, fat cells behave like estrogen factories, meaning more body fat produced, more estrogen, creating a vicious cycle. High estrogen triggers excess body fat, high omega-6 diets, alcohol, chemical toxins, poor liver detox, and chronic stress. What are the fixes? Support liver detox, cruciferous vegetables, minimum 30 grams of fiber daily, omega-3 rich foods, balanced meals, while maintaining healthy weight. Okay. Hormone number 6, ghrelin. The hunger hormone, ghrelin, is produced mainly in the stomach, and it is known as hunger hormone. It signals your brain to eat. In balance, it helps regulate appetite and meal timing. But when ghrelin stays elevated, too often it drives constant hunger and overeating, even when your body doesn't need energy. Chronically high ghrelin leads to fat gain, especially if combined with poor food choices, because the brain keeps pushing for calorie intake. What are the triggers for too much of ghrelin in the body? Poor sleep, chronic stress, frequent grazing, and high-carb processed diets. Meal skipping, prolonged fasting. What are the fixes? Consistent sleep, structured meal timing, and balanced meals rich in protein, good fiber, good carbohydrates, which keep ghrelin low, and satiety hormones like leptin and GLP-1 hormone active, so you feel satisfied and burn fat instead of storing it. What is the takeaway? These hormones, if out of whack, are your body's fat keepers, okay? If they get out of healthy range due to poor sleep, too much stress, toxic overload, or too much sugar in your diet, bad diet, starvation, and snacking, your body switches into fat storage mode instead of fat burning mode. Now, all those fat retaining hormones are easy to track with body metrics. You can ask your GP to give you a blood count referral to check your hormones out, to see how they are functioning actually. Those hormones are TSH, cortisol, cholesterol or lipid profile, estrogen, testosterone, HbA1c or glycated hemoglobin, which measures your blood sugar activity over 120 days or 3 months. Second, let's talk about hormones that stimulate fat burn. First, T4 or thyroxine regulates body temperature, boosts metabolism, and supports energy production. To stimulate thyroid hormone, avoid skipping meals. That's number one. Avoid intermittent fasting. Exercise by doing strength training at least 3 times a week. And avoid monotone cardio, please, or excessive cardio, like frequent running. Have diet rich in seafood, selenium, iodine, and iodide. Now, hormone number 2, leptin. Leptin decreases appetite, regulates energy balance, and promotes weight loss by inhibiting hunger. To stimulate a leptin production, eat regularly, 3 times a day preferably, and avoid snacking and intermittent fasting. Eat balanced meals rich in proteins, vegetables, fruit, greens, fiber, whole grains, and legumes. Hormone number 3, GLP-1 or glucagon-like peptide 1. Increases satiety, stabilizes blood sugar by stimulating insulin and slowing stomach emptying too fast. And it also supports weight loss. To stimulate GLP-1 production, avoid intermittent fasting, skipping meals, and starving yourself. Have diet rich in lean animal proteins, plant proteins like soy, healthy fats, and fiber from vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Hormone adrenaline. Adrenaline increases circulation, metabolism, and energy, triggers sweating, feeds muscles, and reduces pain. To stimulate adrenaline, have a diet rich in coffee, cocoa, which is chocolate, bananas, greens, avocados, seafood, and poultry. Next, hormone for weight loss, endorphins. Endorphins promote happiness, reduce pain, anxiety, and stress, suppress appetite, and boost self-esteem. To stimulate endorphin production through diet and exercise, you must do HIIT strength training, weightlifting, and have diet rich in chocolate, spicy foods, vanilla, ginseng, and rhodiola. Next hormone, oxytocin. Oxytocin reduces appetite, enhances energy production, and promotes bonding triggered by hugs, kisses, love, generosity, compliments, good sleep, and communication. To stimulate oxytocin production, you need diet rich in fermented dairy, fermented veggies, and sourdough, figs, avocados, watermelons, greens, green tea, olive oil, quercetin, vitamin C, and chamomile. Next hormone, serotonin. Serotonin is a natural appetite suppressor. It improves mood and sleep and supports cell regeneration. To stimulate serotonin production, you need to exercise regularly and have a diet rich in bananas, dairy, poultry, eggs, fish, nuts, seeds, fermented foods, and greens. Now, secret number 2, avoid ingesting chemicals. Pay attention of how many chemicals you may be ingesting throughout skin, hair products, medication, synthetic hormones, pollution, and processed foods, and beverages, including excessive amounts of alcohol, of course. You should cut out the alcohol throughout the week and never drink it daily, as it does overload your liver and kidneys. Your liver and kidneys working hard and filtering the toxins out of your body hard enough already. Adding alcohol to the mix daily would be too overwhelming and will add up as an additional toxic strain that will be on the way of losing fat. Okay? Review what you are taking and replace it with less invasive natural products. Eat and drink clean. Limit alcohol consumption. Avoid omega-6 foods. It leads to chemical and toxic overload in your liver. Okay? Secret number 3. Eliminate your toxins daily. Cleanse it gently. Okay? Make sure you go through daily gentle detox. Invasive detox or juicing detox will stress your body out and increase your insulin and cortisol production, straining your pancreas and adrenals. Okay? Daily gentle detox is to take lemon water first thing in the morning, 30 to 40 minutes before food. I do lemon water daily detox every morning here on my shorts in YouTube. I say happy Friday, lemon water, salute. You can join me and do daily detox with me by your side. Now, for gentle daily detoxification, you also should be considering taking milk thistle blend. What is milk thistle blend? It includes milk thistle, artichoke, dandelion, turmeric, ginger. It is one blend, and at night you should be taking 2 capsules, okay? And then increase its dosage level only if you are ingesting alcohols. Example, if you had alcohol on Friday night, for example, take 3 capsules instead of 2 of milk thistle blend, plus 2 capsules of activated charcoal, okay? Charcoal binds toxins together and takes it and sweeps it out of your body. That said, you should also consider taking 100 billion of 10 to 18 strains of probiotics and prebiotics blend. Take it daily, every morning, okay? For overall gut and urinary health. Number 4, secret number 4, exercise. Exercising reduces toxic waste by increasing blood circulation and making you sweat and stimulate lymphatic drainage as well and improve urinal disposal and stool movements, okay? Exercise also promotes endorphins and hormone of growth production, which results in a healthy weight and happy and long life. It also elicits autophagy. It makes your telomeres longer. It makes your muscle and bone density stronger, and it prevents you from premature aging, okay? When losing weight, it is important to understand your body type build, and then build your exercise focusing on the areas that dominating your body. Okay, depending on your body type, you will always tend to lose weight faster activating the dominant body area. For example, if you are omnicentric, you will lose weight using whole entire body, upper and lower body. Okay, if you are eccentric, you will be activating and loading core area, and that will make you strengthen your muscle and help you lose weight faster. However, if you are hip-centric, you will want to load those areas, helping your body to strengthen and lose weight faster, working that body area more. What kind of exercises most effective? HIIT strengthening and metabolic cardio training. HIIT resistance for 30 minutes will give you endless health benefits. Okay, the benefits are improved cardiovascular health, continuous fat burning for up to 16 hours post exercise. It's time efficient, it burns tons of calories in short period of time. It provides you with muscle growth, increased metabolic rate, improves aerobic and anaerobic performance, reduces blood sugar, balances your blood pressure, balances your hormonal health, it oxygenates your cells better. HIIT exercise also improves your brain function, tones your skin, and keeps your heart strong. Okay, let's elaborate on this a little bit and dive somewhat deeper into this. Okay, why best exercise you can do for your health is HIIT strength training? Because it hits every system in your body at once. Those short, intense bursts followed by recovery don't just burn calories, they send powerful hormonal signals. Growth hormone and IGF-1 hormone get released, which keep you lean, strong, and useful. It gives endorphin spikes to your body as well, so your mood lifts instantly. And behind the scenes, your body also flips on autophagy, which is your cellular cleanup process that slows aging and protects against degenerative disease. Unlike long, steady workouts, HIIT strength training builds muscle while burning fat, which means that your metabolism runs faster even when you are resting, okay, or you are at rest. It strengthens your heart. It charges up your mitochondrial cells. What is mitochondrial cells? It is energy engines that improve how your body handles blood sugar, okay? On top of that, it takes less time. 20 to 30 minutes can deliver more benefits than an hour on a treadmill, okay? Most importantly, it gives you functional strength, skeletal muscle that protect your bones, improve your balance, and keeps you resilient as you age, okay? It's the closest thing we've got to a one-stop shop for fitness, okay? Fitness, longevity, and mental clarity. Me personally, I shopped for the HIIT strength training a decade ago. I was 40 when I started. I'll tell you this, people go into little shock when I tell them that I am 50 years of age. It's not because I've got something with my face. It is because I worked my ass off for 10 years, okay? I wish I knew it earlier when I was younger. I wonder if I've done it earlier, where would it place me today? So, why am I telling you this? Stop mucking about with those bulky, huge weights in the gym, okay, and walk for hours. Instead, start working smart on your skeletal muscle and on your heart muscle. Secret number 5, food habits. The real secret to fat loss. Here is truth. Your body thrives on balance, not extremes. Forget the crash diets, all protein diets, low carb diets, or only eat fat diets and fats. Your body isn't a lab experiment. It is living, breathing orchestra, okay? And the way you eat either keeps that orchestra in harmony or throws it into a chaos. Okay? So what does balanced eating really mean? It means choosing foods that are not only nutrient-rich foods, but also genetically compatible with you. One thing most people overlook: your blood type and your ancestral food patterns. Not everyone even knows their blood type, but it plays a surprisingly big role in how your body handles food. Okay? For example, someone with blood type O may struggle with foods like, I'm just giving an example, coconut oils, dragon fruit, mangoes, or meals with rice and beans. Okay? Their digestion simply wasn't built for that, and instead of nourishing it, those foods can trigger inflammation, allergies, and bloating. But here is the twist: your blood type alone isn't the full picture. You need to cross-match it with your geographics and genetic background. If you are blood type O, for example, but your family lineage is Italian, your body is far more likely to thrive on potatoes, olives, pasta, and coffee, because that's what your ancestors lived on for generations. Your perfect food balance is the overlap between blood type, compatibility, and your genetic ancestral foods. Okay, so here is your smart food blueprint: lean animal and plant proteins, all types of clean proteins, meat, fish, poultry, eggs, beans, legumes, to build muscle, regulate hormones, and keep metabolism and cell reproduction at optimal levels. Fiber plus smart carbs, these go hand in hand. Nightshade vegetables like eggplant and tomatoes and peppers, starchy vegetables, leafy green vegetables, legumes, fruits, berries, and whole and ancient grains, fueling your gut and providing steady energy all day. Healthy fats, focus on poly and monounsaturated fats, omega-3s, olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, the fats that protect your brain and heart, balance hormones, and fight inflammation. Okay, although it is always best to keep your fats within 20 to 30% of overall caloric intake range. That means consuming 45 to 50 grams of fat daily, out of which there will be 15 grams of naturally occurring saturated fats from animal protein. Okay. Meal rhythms: 3 balanced meals daily, eaten at consistent times. This trains hormones like ghrelin, leptin, insulin, GLP-1, dopamine, and endorphins to work with you, not against you. Avoid intermittent fasting at all costs when it comes to losing fat. This eating style leads to all sorts of food disorders, disrupts hormonal balance in your body, and clouds your judgment about healthy food choices. Okay, putting you at a huge risk of overeating and craving unhealthy yet tempting and delicious foods. Balance portions, smaller steady portions over extremes. Okay, avoid cutting out whole groups of like carbs and moderate fats and fixating on solo nutrient styles like keto or protein diets, because dietary imbalance overloads your organs and disrupts bodily chemistry. Okay, yet exposing you to a huge risk of having high cholesterol levels, leading you to cardiovascular health challenges. Okay, bottom line: balance beats extremes every single time. Okay, smaller portions, consistent meals, and right mix of foods help keep your digestion smooth, your hormones balanced, and your fat loss sustainable, ultimately benefiting you with digestive freedom and healthy body. Okay, so here is the bottom line: fat loss is not about punishing yourself with extreme diets or endless workouts. It's about working with your body, balancing your hormones, clearing toxins, moving it in a way that builds strength and eating in harmony with your genetics and lifestyle. Master these 5 secrets, and not only will you lose fat, you will gain energy, confidence, and the freedom to live in a body that feels strong and healthy. If this spoke to you, share this with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more real, scientific-backed health and fat loss strategies. And just remember, your body isn't broken. It just needs the right fundamentals. Start applying this today and watch how fast everything begins to change. Thank you for watching, and see you later.